What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going over 5 benefits you can expect from week 1 on Nofap. Now, before we get into that, my name's Keith. I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. Be sure to hit the bell icon and subscribe button so you don't miss tomorrow's video. And let's get straight into it. All right, so the first thing you're going to experience is increased presence. And what I mean by that is you're going to feel more grounded in your body. And this is just such an awesome feeling. And really, for me, when I started to feel this, it was like there was no reason for me to turn back to all the things I used to do to dope myself out and not pay attention to reality, because when I got into this grounded present state where I just felt good within my body, which is what happens when you do this, it's just like you feel energy towards life and you feel more focused on the moment. You can interact better with people. You come off more masculine because you've got this grounded energy about you, and you're just gonna feel more passionate as well, like passionate about anything really, because what happens when you do PMO is you're shooting off all this dopamine in your body, and so when that dopamine goes off, you have less motivation to pursue other things, and so you become less present to those things. But when you're not doing this, your body has to go seek another outlet to get the dopamine high that it's looking for, and so you find that you're more passionate about the things you're doing, more connected to them. You feel more present. You realize you're enjoying a lot of things you wouldn't have originally enjoyed doing. Like, for example, with me, I was recently doing some sales calls and putting together some scripts for a business I'm working with, and I just noticed as I was doing it, I noticed to myself, I was like, I would not have enjoyed this several years ago. Or even when I'm just like in a funk on anything that has to do with shooting off dopamine in a bad way, which is why I recommend you go on a dopamine detox when you start Nofap as well. But basically what I'm talking about here is like, once you get all these bad things like PMO out of your life, and you have to get the dopamine high that your body's looking for from something else, you just learn to enjoy other things significantly more, like reading books or getting work done on your business or building your body, and it's an awesome feeling. Second thing you get is more energy, because you're not taxing your nervous system with this giant blast that you're doing and releasing all of this. And so what happens is your body basically has more time to regroup, and it's not necessarily that you're just like more top end strong or you've got all this energy. It's just there's more of like a pop to you, and you feel like you're just more resilient to the harshness of reality, honestly. Like, it seems like you can handle things more. The weather doesn't seem to bother you as much. I don't want to come off like this is some crazy superpower, but honestly, I just think because you're not taxing your nervous system and you're just allowing your body to get into more of like a homeostasis, you can just handle a lot more of what life throws at you, and you have more energy and strength. I always notice my workouts are significantly better. You're also generally more awake, because think about how you feel like right after you release. You always are in this like half asleep kind of state. You feel flaccid, like not only like your dick's flaccid, but your whole body feels flaccid, and you feel tired, and that's just like you're not a masculine presence at that point. You feel drained, you are drained, and so there's just less energy flowing through you, and it's very obvious. You'll be more awake when you stop with PMO and you go on a Nofap streak. You'll become more awake, and this happens, like I said, on the first week. You'll really start to notice this. You'll need less sleep just because you'll have more energy. One of the reasons for this is when you ejaculate, you release this thing called prolactin. It's a hormone, and this is specifically happens to PMO more than to just normal sex. And the reason this is a bad thing is because this is a hormone that pregnant women produce, and it actually has effects like producing more estrogen in your body, which makes you have less energy, less strength, less firmness about yourself, essentially. So it's really not something you want to have unless you're a pregnant woman. Generally, you can also just get more done with this energy. I think this again has to do with having somewhere else to focus your dopamine needs. So focusing on work or focusing on your body or whatever it is you need to focus on. This is why I recommend guys start working out when they start Nofap, because you can channel that energy into something more productive. And so you're just gonna have more energy to get more things done throughout the day. Plus, you're gonna have more time because you're not taking like a 30-minute break in the middle of the day to fap off. Third one, you're gonna notice increased attraction to and from women. So what I mean by this is you're gonna be more in this grounded state like I was talking about at the beginning, and with that, it's more of like a masculine presence. You're gonna be more aware of the subtle cues that women are giving off, so you're gonna notice more that they're interested in you, but you're also just gonna have this more present nature about you, and presence is a very attractive quality, not even just in like a romantic sense, but people really appreciate people who are present with them in a conversation, and they feel like those people hear them and listen to them and understand them, and it's a very attractive thing, and it's honestly very noticeable. You can look at people and just tell who's sucked up in their head, who's in a funk, and who's really present with life and just fully enjoying their life, and you'll notice this more, and this is why you're going to see more attraction from women. You're also going to be more attracted to women, and it's just because you're not constantly releasing, so you're giving your body this chance to recoup, and when it does this, you're just going to notice that you're more naturally attracted and turned on by women and just turned on by life because you're more connected to life. Fourth thing you're going to notice is you're more disciplined in other areas, and what I mean by this is if you are taking control of your sex drive and you're not going to be a slave to this impulse that you have anymore, it becomes very easy to take that mindset and shift it to other things. So if you've been someone who struggled with getting to the gym consistently, it's going to become easier. It's going to become easier very quickly too. When it comes to like maybe your schedule, maybe you struggle to get up on time, or maybe you struggle to prioritize tasks, get schoolwork done, whatever it is, you're going to notice you're just a more disciplined person. It's because one, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more drive and ambition towards it, but you're mainly just like, it's a mindset of like disciplining these parts of your life and taking more accountability for yourself. The idea I love of the understanding of freedom is that freedom comes when you transcend all these things that you're a slave to. Things like your need to indulge in food or sex, or your pleasure-seeking mind that's constantly looking for guilty pleasures and immediate gratification it can indulge in. And you are a slave to these things. And when you start to transcend them and to aim for higher objectives, you'll notice that it just starts to happen in other areas as well, right? So like if you're really addicted to eating food and you're addicted to porn, if you stop one, it's going to be easier to stop the other. So you're going to notice just more discipline coming into your life. Fifth and final one I've got here is increase in masculinity. And this has to do with, one, your testosterone raises. I've talked about this before, but your testosterone on day 7 of Nofap spikes by 140%. And then it comes back down to a degree, but you're still in this more masculine state. Generally, you're just going to feel more manly. You're not a slave to your phone anymore. You've taken control of this, and also that sex drive within you is going to be higher. You're going to be more heightened. You're going to be more focused and grounded. You're not going to be up in your head. All of these things are masculine qualities, and discipline is a masculine quality as well. And so you're going to feel this, also that turn on energy. You're going to feel more with women, the sex drive that's increased. All of these things are going to lead to you just feeling more like a man, and it's a really great feeling. And I think the first week in Nofap does a really good job of, if you can discipline yourself on this and you're doing Nofap correctly, this first week really motivates you to keep going because you get a lot of really solid benefits from doing this. And I call them benefits, but in reality, it's not a benefit like it's not natural. It's actually normal for you to feel this way because the normal state of the male is not to be jacking off to porn all the time. The normal state of the man is to feel grounded, is to feel present, is to feel masculine, and to be turned on by real women, and to not be up in your head, and to be disciplined. And so basically what you're doing when you get on a Nofap streak and you get this part out of your life is you are resetting and becoming the man you were meant to be. And so that's really what the benefit is. It's the benefit that you always had available to you. It's just that we were doing things we shouldn't have been doing, like PMO. Now guys, if you got something out of this video, I want you to give it a like so I can reach more guys through the algorithm. Also hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss tomorrow's video. I'll put another video right here that I think you'll like as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.